All right, day three at the IU Natatorium here on the campus of IU PUI in downtown Indianapolis. Our third day of competition in the 2023 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. This morning, we're going to see preliminary competition in the women's 400 IM, men's 200 freestyle, the women's and men's 50 breaststroke, women's 100 backstroke, and the men's 200 butterfly. Just a few minutes away from getting started here this morning. All right, we're going to open it up this morning. 7 preliminary heats in the women's 400 IM. Heat 1. And now our timers parading out this morning. Let's give them a big round of applause for what they're going to be doing today. Come on, swimmers, coaches, swim fans, let's give it up for our timers. Many of them from your swim clubs. So we need timers to start a meet, huh? Is that the deal now? All right, okay, well, let's keep that tradition going. Now we're ready for Heat 1 of 7 in the women's 200 4IM, in the women's 400 IM preliminaries. We'll get it going here this morning. All right, underway now. Day 3. Lane 2 from Chicago Wolfpack, Colleen Tracy. 3 for Petty Aquatic Association, Celia Traub. 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Karamia Jones. 5 for Team Pittsburgh, Zoe Poe. And at lane 6 for Tide Riders, Ruby Nussbaum. NCSA long course record in the women's 400 IM, 4:42.25 by Zoe Dixon of Nova of Virginia, 2021. Olympic trial cut time in this event, 4:49.89. Karamia Jones turning at the 100, 109.61. Had a Colleen Tracy, lane 2, at a 109.74. Jones still in the lead halfway through heat one. 227.58. Zoe Poe, lane 5, Team Pittsburgh now in second position. Well, if you happen to park your car in the surface lot outside, I hope you have the windows rolled up, because there's going to be a few Thunder Boomers rolling through the downtown area here in a few minutes. But we're good to go here inside the IU Natatorium. Ruby Nussbaum, Tide Riders, into the lead here at the end of her breaststroke leg. Into the freestyle she goes, turning the 4:00.87 ahead of Jones. Ruby Nussbaum, 5:11.48. Heat 2. Lane 1 for Fisher Area Swimming Tigers here in Heat 2. Tegan Madera, 2 for Blazing Barracudas. Beatrice Stewart, 3 for Long Island Aquatic Club. Brianna Raccanello, 4 for Arlington Aquatic. Charlotte Skaga, 5 for Tide Riders. Emma Stosasivic, 6 for Ole Swimming. Elise McCall, 7 for Texas Ford Aquatics. Morgan Farlow, and 8 for Texas Ford, Isabel Henderson. Beatrice. I have no idea why they did that. All right. Beatrice Stewart leading the way. Lane 2, 106.89. I have never had that happen before. Another first. Beatrice Stewart still out front, lane 2, as she turns 2:26.17, heading into the breaststroke. Second position, lane 8, Isabel Henderson, Texas Ford. She turns 2:29.56. Emma Stasivic out front, lane 5. Into the freestyle, she turned in a 3:58.52 ahead of Beatrice Stewart in lane 2. And Beatrice Stewart, Blazing Barracudas, in lane 2, first to touch. In heat 2, 5:07.62. Heat 3. Lane 2 for Salem swim team. Yan Yi Adler, 3-4 Academy Bullocks. Alexandra Casanovas, 4-4 St. Croix Swim Club. Turin McGillis, 5-4 Rockville Montgomery. Sarah Smith, 6 for Arlington Aquatic. Nora Sherman, 7 for Nova of Virginia. Riley Miklos, and 8 for course swimming. Grace Belknap. Sarah Smith out front after the butterfly leg, 107.21. Ahead of Turin McGillis in lane 4, 107.66 for her. McGillis in lane 4 still leading at the end of the backstroke. She turns in a 2:23.82 ahead of Sarah Smith. Rockville Montgomery in lane 5 at a 2:25.53. Taryn McGillis been leading all the way as she's finishing up the breaststroke leg here in heat 3. Turns in a 3:53.95. Now second, Alexandra Casanovas of Academy Bullets in lane 3, who turned in a 3:56.26. And Taryn McGillis, St. Croix Swim Club, comes into the wall in lane 4. Her time this morning, 5:02.24. Heat 4. Lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Catherine Monofusco. 2 for North Carolina Aquatic, Audrey Wolk. 3 for North Carolina, Isabel Wolk. Lane 4 for Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan. 5 for Tide Riders, Hannah Renaud. 6 for Nova of Virginia, Kira Reed. 7 for Texas Reed, Avery Wharton. And in lane 8 for Eagle Swim Team, Aaron Booty. Aaron Booty at the 100, 106.58 in lane A. Elizabeth Bryan, second, lane 4, 108.40. Into the backstroke leg, and Elizabeth Bryan now out front. Lane 4, 2:24.25, ahead of Aaron Booty in lane 8 at a 2:25.04. And third in lane 6, Kara Reed of Nova Aquatic. Elizabeth Bryan, lane 4. Into the freestyle as she turns into 3:52.44. Booty still in second, lane 8. And third to turn now, Catherine Monofusco of Long Island Aquatic Club in lane 1. Just about to finish here in Heat 4, Elizabeth Bryan, Machine Aquatics, 5:06.52. Heat 5. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Sadie Murphy. 2 for Wilmington Aquatic Club, Kira Agnew. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Carly Tyler. 4 for Dad's Club, Cassidy Kitchell. 5 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatic, Jenna Gogol. 6 for Long Island Aquatic, April Chun. 7 for North Carolina Aquatic, Maya Lambert. And in lane 8 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Alexandra Moore. Hundred meters into Heat 5, and out front, Carly Tyler, Lakeside. Turning at a 1:07.41, ahead of Kira Agnew of Wilmington Aquatic Club, lane 2. Agnew's 100 split, 1:07.69. Carly Tyler, lane 2, turns at a 2:22.37. Ahead of Sadie Murphy. Academy Bullets in lane 1 at a 2:26.73. Carly Tyler, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 3. Still out front at the end of the breaststroke, 3:53.00. Agnes second in lane 2, 3:55.83, and third in lane 8, Alexandra Moore from Chelsea Piers Aquatics, turning in a 3:55.86. Carly Tyler, Lakeside Swim Team, first to touch in Heat 5. Her time 5:03.17. Heat 6. Lane 1 for Ole Swimming, Emma Kate Zanoli. 2 for Academy Bullets, Chloe Diner. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Angela Kadori. 4 for Core Swimming, Campbell Chase. 5 for North Carolina Aquatic, Eva Bulkey. 6 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Phoebe Mayo. 7 from Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. And 8 for Southeastern Swim Club, Audrey Crawford. Campbell Chase out front, lane 4, 105.50. Ahead of Kate Brager, lane 7, 105.58. Campbell Chase leads at the end of the backstroke leg, 220.11. Prager second, lane 7, 221.36. Phoebe Mayo, lane 6, in third at a 221.76. Campbell Chase, course swimming, still in front. At the end of the breaststroke leg into the freestyle, 3:43.91. Kate Prager, 7th from Lakeside, 3:49.55. And now third in lane 8, Audrey Crawford from Southeastern Swim Club, who turned it a 3:51.20. Campbell Chase, course swimming, with a significant lead here in heat 6. One more heat left to go in the preliminaries of the women's 400 IM this morning. And Campbell Chase puts it on the wall for our new quick time in this event with one more heat left to go. Campbell Chase's time, 4:53.58. Heat 7. So our final preliminary heat this morning in the women's 400 IM. Swimming on lane 1 for Suburban Seahawks, Caitlin Colasar. 2 for Long Island Aquatic, Riley Freed. 3 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic, Abigail King. Lane 4 from Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald. Lane 5 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic, Peyton Foster. 6 for Suburban Seahawks, Gima Underkofler. 7 for Academy Bullets, Caitlin Gressick. And in lane 8 for Academy Bullets is Anya Linson. Once again, the Olympic trial cut time in the women's 400 IM of 4:49.89. Your swimmer in lane 4, Haley McDonald, Lakeside, already with a seed time in this event better than the Olympic trial cut, as McDonald out front here at the 100, 104.80, ahead of Caitlin Colasar. Suburban Seahawks in lane 1, 107.43. Haley McDonald from Lakeside comes in with a seed of 4:47.10. A couple seconds faster than the trial cut. Haley McDonald turns at the 200, 2:18.78. Peyton Foster, Chelsea Piers, lane 5, second, 2:24.86. And Gima Underkulfer from Suburban Seahawks is third. In lane 6, she turned in a 2:26.08. Want to wish a good morning to our swim fans watching day 3 here of the NCSA Summer Championships via the webcast. Haley McDonald, Lakeside, looking very stretched out and controlled there on the breaststroke. She turns at the 300, 3:44.78. Ahead of Gima Underkulfer, lane 6. Turns at a 3:52.99. Abigail King, lane 3 from Chelsea Pierce. Turns in a 3:53.89. And Haley McDonald, Lakeside Swim Team, is going to finish off our final preliminary heat here in the women's 400 IM, touching in a time of 4:51.77, our quickest time turned in this event. It'll be 21 preliminary heats up next for the men in 200 freestyle. Here's heat 1. Lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack. Mauricio Gonzalez, 2 for Academy Bullets. Lucas Hedrick, 3 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic. Hudson Zhang, 4 for Smoky Mountain Aquatic. Luke Gonzalez, 5 for Novi Sturgeons. Jacob Bowers, 6 for Swim Streamline. Dylan Avery, and 7 for Kentucky Aquatics. Tiernan Moore. Gonzalez, lane 1, turns at the 100, ahead of Dylan Avery, lane 6 at a 58.49. Dylan Avery, lane 6 from Swim Streamline. He's going to be first to touch the wall in Heat 1. And his time, 2:01.72. Heat 2. Results now of preliminary swims. The women's 400 IM, the second alternate, Tracy, first alternate, Belknap. In the E final, Jones, Sherman, Farlow, Renaud, Skogna, Stasivic, Wolk, and Wharton. In the D final, Adler, Henderson, Kitchell, Zanoli, Chun, Casanovas, Stewart, and Buddy. In the bonus final, Linson, Smith, Bryan, Foster, Murphy, Miklos, Moore, and Lambert. Consolation final, women's 400 IM, Agnew, Freed, Gressick, Colasar, Diner, Tyler, Mayo, and King. And the championship final, this evening's women's 400 IM, McGillis, Kadori, Bulkey, Brager, Crawford, Underculfer, Chase, and the top seed from Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald. Third time this morning, 4:51.77. Time now is 9:13, and 30-minute scratch roll is in effect for event number 19. Heat 2 finishing up here with Abriana Diouf of Arlington Aquatic Club, 2:00.41. Heat 3. Lane 1 from Long Island Aquatic Club, Gavin Buckley, 2 for North Carolina Aquatic. Ames Wu, 3 for Rockville Montgomery. Seamus Rooney, 4 for North Carolina Aquatic. Colton Sherris, 5 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics. Ethan Bedore, 6 for Core Swimming. Landon Dean, 7 for Chicago Wolfpack. Stephen Grude, and lane 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, James Darcy. NCSA long course record of the men's 200 freestyle, 149.17 by Alec Enyart of Tsunami Swim Team in 2022, and the Olympic trial cut for this event, a 149.99. Grude in lane 7 turns at the 100, 57.64 ahead of Seamus Rooney. Lane 3 at a 1:00.24. Stephen Groove Groot of Chicago Wolfpack, lane 7, 20072. Heat 4. Heat 4 underway. Lane 1 for Machine Aquatics, Austin McGregor. 2 for Franklin Regional, Isaac Layton. 3 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Peter Michalik. 4 swimming unattached, City of Mobile is David Bauer. 5 for Huntsville Swim Association, Judd Ludsford. 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Nicholas Johnson. 7 for Eagle Swim Team, Holden Skidmore. And lane 8 for Ole Swimming, Isaac Davis. David Bauer out front, lane 4 at the 100, 57.62. Had Isaac Davis, Ole Swimming, in lane 8, who turned in a 59.03. Hey, we wish a good morning and glad to have you here. The kids from the IUPUI Summer Day Camp, let's hear you out there. They're up in the stands, getting out from the rain that's passing through. Then they'll be heading out and doing some activities soon, I'm sure. Great to have those kids at the Summer Day Camp here at the IUPUI Natatorium. Watching some of the fastest junior national swimmers in the country. Oh, getting racy here at the end of Heat 4 and hitting the wall first, Isaac Layton from Franklin Regional Swim Team, lane 2, 201.00. Heat 5. Lane 1 of Heat 5 here from Bowling Green Swim Club. Evan Fisher. 2 from Rockville Montgomery, Lucas Quiroga. 3 for Excel Aquatics, Matthew Amodio. 4 for Swim Houston, Parker Eford. 5 for Grosse Pointe Gators, Troy Liu. 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Brady Miller. 7 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jack Warren. And lane 8 for Academy Bullets Swim Club, Sebastian Leal. In lane 8, Sebastian Leal leading the way at the 100, 56.95, ahead of Parker Eford of Swim Houston in lane 4 to 57.58. It's going to be Sebastian Leal, Academy Bullets, in lane 8, as he touches in a time, 1:59.55. Heat 6. Lane 1 for Swim Houston. Samuel Wen, 2 for Rockville Montgomery. Charlie Begin, 3 for Ole Swimming. Liam Seifert, 4 for Machine Aquatics. Jackson Steiner, 5 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatics. Henry Peters, 6 for Excel Aquatics. Camden Richardson, 7 for Long Island Aquatic Club. Ethan Chan, and a lane 8 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Joseph Kirkman. Henry Peters out front at the 100, lane 5, 57.08 ahead of Joseph Kirkman. In lane 8, 57.95. Ethan Chan in lane 7, Joseph Kirkman lane 8. Coming in to finish off heat 6, and first to touch is Ethan Chan. Chan, Long Island Aquatic Club, 20024. Heat 7. Lane 1 for Germantown Academy, Jack Grimley. 2 for Waukesha Express, Eli Wickman. 3 for Huntsville Swim Association, William Neville. 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Linus Cement. 5 for Team Pittsburgh, Nazar Zakowski. 6 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Morgan Gillard. 7 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Julian Palla. And a lane 8 for Excel Aquatics, Wyatt Gullis. Eli Wickman from Waukesha Express leads at the 100, lane 2, 57.53. Had a Linus Cement, lane 4 for Rockville Montgomery. A Menton 4 charging in lane 2. Eli Wickman down here to the finish. But it's going to be Linus Cement, Rockville Montgomery in a 1:59.04. Heat 8. Lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Cale Chow. 2 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Ryan Baldwin. 3 for Excel Aquatics, Michael Pruitt. 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Noah Lang. 5 for Academy Bullets, Jack Murphy. 6 for Waukesha Express, Kyle Johnson. 7 for Rockville Montgomery, William Shrien. And an 8 for Ole Swimming, Benjamin Leginski. Michael Pruitt, lane 3 at the 100, 56.95, ahead of Benjamin Leginski. Ole Swimming at 8 at a 57.11. Over here in lane 8, Benjamin Leginski, Ole Swimming on the wall in heat 8 in a time of 1:57.57. It's our quickest time so far through heat 8. Heat 9. Lane 1 for Arlington Aquatic Club, Caleb Wolf. 2 for Zionsville Swim Club, Caleb Kuntz. 3 for Huntsville Swim Association, Christian Wester. 4 for Tide Riders, Kevin Kinane. 5 for Franklin Regional, Ethan Price. 6 for New Wave Swim Club, Leon Raymond. 7 for Franklin Regional, Thomas Campbell. And 8 for Dad's Club, William Chapman. Leon Raymond of Wave lane 6, 56.40. Head of Ethan Price, Franklin Regional Swim Team in lane 5. And Ethan Price, Franklin Regional, lane 5. He does touch first. In lane 9, a time of 1:56.26. Quick time so far as we head into heat 10. Heat 10, lane 1 from Arlington Aquatic Club, Hugo Haggard. 2 for Dad's Club, Colby Williams. 3 for Greenwich, YWCA, Keegan Clark. 4 for Nova of Virginia, Jackson Mueller. 5-4 Rockville Montgomery, Joshua Lopez. 6-4 Tide Riders, Brody Blatt. 7 for Zionsville Swim Club, Gavin Coggin. And 8-4 Suburban Seahawks, Gavin Shiflett. Joshua Lopez turning at the 100, 55.50 ahead of Brody Blatt. Lane 6 at a 56.27. Joshua Lopez, Rockville Montgomery, with our new quick time through Heat 10, 154.62. Heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1, Team Greenville, Bennett Paramore. 2 for Center Grove Aquatic, Samuel Smith. 3 for Arlington Aquatic, Kai Wang. 4 for Huntsville Swim Association, Bradford Johnson. 5 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Peter Metalissi. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Brig Barnett. 7 for Machine Aquatic, Samuel Harris. And 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Ethan Silver. Kai Wang of Arlington Athletic Club leads at the 100, lane 3, 57.55, ahead of Bennett Paramore of Team Greenville, 57.90. First to touch in Heat 11, Bennett Paramore of Team Greenville out of lane 1, 158.12. Heat 12. Lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic, Matthew Petler. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Jack Augustus. 3 for Waukesha Express, Ryan Slonak. 4 for Eagle Swim Team, Andrew Chen. 5 for Greenwich YWCA, Aiden Beccaria. 6 for City of Mobile, David Elzy. 7 for Suburban Seahawks, Charlie Nenchef. And 8 for Machine Aquatics, Anderson Church. Andrew Chen, Eagle Swim Team, comes in here in lane 4. And his time, 156.11. Heat 13. Lane 1 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic. Felix Flagstead, 2 for Hershey Aquatics, Jason Weller. 3 for Texas Ford Aquatic, Kurt Owens. 5 for Swim Streamline, Ty Conal. 6 for St. Andrews Aquatics, Lucas Bailey. 7 for Core Swimming, Michael Higgins. And lane 8 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Andrew McEachran. Kurt Owens at the 100, lane 3, 56.34, ahead of Andrew McEachran. In lane 8, 56.46. Kurt Owens, Texas Ford Aquatics, been leading all the way here in lane 3, and he touches in a 156.60. Heat 14. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Simon Mikowski. 2 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Ryan Griffith. Lane 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, Alex Oxenbein. 4 for Waukesha Express, Carter Jewell. 5 for New Wave, Caden Hedrick. 6 for New Wave, Enzo Solitario. 7 for Academy Bullets, Evan Condi. And lane 8 for Tide Raiders, Graham Zucker. Quick time so far out of the preliminaries to the men's 200 freestyle. In Heat 10, Joshua Lopez from Rockville, Montgomery, a 154.62. Again, we are in Heat 14 right now. Enzo Solitario, lane 6 from New Wave Swim Club, turns in a 56.00 ahead of Caden Hendrick. Waukesha Express in lane 5. Heat 14 on the wall, and it's Enzo Solitario of New Wave. 155.34. Heat 15. Lane 1 for New Wave. Joseph Capo. 2 for Eagle Swim Team, Gene Sereno. 3 for Dad's Club is Everett Cox. 4 for Ole Swimming, Colin Zexter. 5 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatic, Dennis Ozell. 7 for Dad's Club, Nicholas Hensel. 7 for City of Mobile, James Andrews. And 8 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Gunnar Severson. Nicholas Hensel, 56.23 in lane 6. Second, Gunnar Severson, lane 8. He turns in a 56.98. Dennis Ozell, lane 5, 156.83. Heat 16. Lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Peter Nolan. 2 for Machine Aquatics, Tyler Whitaker. 3 for Germantown Academy, Andrew Zhao. 4 for Petty Aquatic Association, Thomas Chevres. 5 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Michael Sashow. 7 for Chelsea Pierce, Jack Haley. And 8 for Boilermaker Aquatics, Ryan Knipp. Ryan Knipp out front, lane 8 as he turns in a 55.26. Ahead of Peter Nolan over in lane 1, who turned in a 55.39. Ryan Knipp, who led all the way here in Heat 16, on the wall in a time of 154.12. And that is our new quick time so far through Heat 16. Heat 17. Lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Charles Tracy. 2 for Swim Houston, Gideon Swan. 3 for Long Island Aquatic, Owen Maeo. 4 for Zionsville Swim Club, Walker Matthijs. 5 for Germantown Academy, Brendan Fleck. 6 for Team Pittsburgh, Luke Hartman. 7 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Parsons. And in lane 8 for Tsunami Swim Team, Derek Long. Hundred turn here and out in front, Brendan Fleck. Germantown Academy, 56-27, head of Gideon Swan of Swim Houston. Lane 2, 56-29. Brandon Fleck on the wall in heat 17, 155.67. Heat 18. Lane 1 for Petty Aquatic Association, Max Peterson. 2 for City of Mobile, Noah Greer. 3 for North Carolina Aquatic, Lucas Lee. 4 for Chicago Wolfpack, Joseph Countryman. 5 for Tsunami Swim Team, Whitaker Stewart. 6 for Texas Ford, Braden Jones. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Zane Butt. And lane 8 for Huntsville Swim Association, Philip Walker. Zane Butt out front here, lane 7 of heat 18 as he turns 55.02. Ahead of Max Peterson, lane 1 from Petty Aquatic, 55.69. Max Peterson, Petty Aquatic, lane 1, coming in here on heat 18. He's on the wall in a time of 1:54.77. Heat 19. First of our circle-seated heats here in the preliminaries of the men's 200 freestyle. Heat 19, lane 1 from Lakeside Swim Team, Christopher Thuer. 2 for Huntsville Swim Association, Lance Young. 3 for Mako Aquatics, Andrew Hansen. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Alexander Teesing. 5 for Germantown Academy, Jonathan Freeman. 6 for Tide Riders, Joshua Knoll. 7 for Rockville Montgomery, Cooper Zucker Kimney. And in lane 8 for Petty Aquatic Association, Luke Brennan. Alexander Teesing from Lakeside, lane 4, turns at the 100, 54.57 ahead of Joshua Knoll of Tide Riders at a 54.78. It's going to be Joshua Knoll, Tide Riders, touching first in lane 6, 152.23, our quickest posting. 2 more heats left to go. Heat 20. Lane 1 for Dad's Club, Jack Brown. 2 for Bulldog Aquatic, Adam Wedemeyer. 4 for Dad's Club, Alex Maeo. 5 for Machine Aquatics, Noah Dyer. 6 for Stingrays, Nathan Raridan. 7 for Tide Riders, Jackson Bradburn. And 8 for Tide Riders is Maxwell Marcus. Alex Maeo, Dad's Club, here in lane 4 as he turns in a 53.68. Headed Noah Dyer, Machine Aquatics in lane 5 to 54.21. Maeo turns at the 150, 123.07. Alex Maeo, Dad's Club. His time, 152.07. Fastest so far with 1 more heat left to go. Heat 21. So our final heat to be swum in the preliminaries of the men's 200 freestyle this morning. Lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Clay Bowman. 2 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic, Parker Lenosi. 3 for Zionsville Swim Club, Malcolm Slater. 4 for Core Swimming, William Savarisi. 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush. 6 for Suburban Seahawks, Ken Yidier. 7 for Nova of Virginia, Hayden Bartz. And in lane 8 for New Wave Swim Club, Truman Brightup. Just to recap the NCSA long course record of this event, 149.17 in the Olympic trial cut. 149.99. John Crush of Lakeside, lane 5, turns in a 54.35. Ahead of William Savarese, lane 4, 54.56. Malcolm Slater, Zionsville Swim Club, lane 3. He's into the front now. Malcolm Slater turns at the 150, 123.77, ahead of Savarese in 4. John Crush in lane 5, third. Now the field starts to even up a bit. And on the charge, William Savarese, course swimming here on the final 50 of this men's 200 free. And it's going to be William Savarese of Core, his time, 152.80. Good job, gentlemen. Direct your attention down to the scoreboard balcony end of the natatorium as we are now heading into 50 breaststroke. There'll be 11 preliminary heats for the women in 50 breaststroke. And ready now with heat 1. Schwab in 3, Northrop in 4, Morgan in lane 5. NCSA long course record of the women's 50 breaststroke, 31.62 by Rachel Munson, Shorewood Swim Club in 2015. Jillian Northrup from Stingrays, 36.94. Heat 2. Lane 2 for Mercersburg Academy, Sophie Caroma. 3 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Maya Boscus. 4 for Rockville, Emma Lantry. 5 for Tide Riders, Charlotte Brown. 6 for Academy Bullets, Paige Kowal. And 7 for Rockville Montgomery, Mimi Moore. Emma Lantry touching first out of lane 4, 35.21. Heat 3. Results of preliminary swims. Men's 200 freestyle, we'll probably have to split this up. Second alternate in E, Williams. Second alternate in E will be Griffith. First alternate, Kuntz. In the E final, Zachar Kemney, Swan, Owens, Lee, Stewart, Maeo, Jewell, and Price. In the D final, Hedrick, Chen, Tracy, Walker, Chevrolet, Countryman, Greer, and Zhao. I'll be back with the rest of those preliminary results in the men's 50 free once we get the next heat into the water. Heat 3 finishing up here in the women's 50 breaststroke. And out of lane 8, Anna Keene, Excel, 35.03. Heat 4. Bonus final in the men's 200 freestyle. Fleck, Lenosi, Zucker, Solitario, Young, Bartz, Hansen, and Nolan. In the consolation final, Bauman, Peterson, Freeman, Lopez, Teasing, Reardon, Nip, and Yinier. In the championship final, the men's 200 free, Slater, Brennan, Wiedemeyer, Crush, Savarese, Dyer, Knoll, and the top seed from Dad's Club, Alex Maio, and a time of 1:52.07. Time now 10:04, 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 20. On the wall here in Heat 4, Harper Brown, 35.21. Heat 5. Lane 1 for Kentucky Aquatics, Carolyn Biding. 2 for Suburban Seahawks, Natalie Hoffer. 3 for Novi Sturgeons, Emily Roden. 4 for Long Island, Madison Lynn. 5 for Pittsburgh, Natalie Sen. 6 for Tide Riders, Mary Joyce Benzant. 7 for Huntsville, Ellis McGraw. And lane 8 for Tsunami, Alyssa Gordon. Natalie Sentz, 34.72. Sentz with our quick posting through Heat 5. Here's Heat 6 now. Ward in 1, Chavez in 2, Green in 3, Patton in 4, Ford in lane 5, Whisker in 6, Moore in 7, and O'Hara in lane 8. Emily Ford in lane 5, 34.41. Quick so far. Heat 7. Chun in 1, Stukas in 2. Bremner in 3, Dodd in 4, Wachowicz in 5, Fannin in 6, Jager in 7, and Aod in lane 8. Alina Stukas, Machine Aquatics in lane 2. She reaches, she's on the wall in a 33.61 for our quick posting up to now through Heat 7. Heat 8. Bruns in 1, Diaz in 2, Perkins in 3, Jimenez in 4, Meth in 5, Reed in 6, Linson in 7, and Rodriguez in lane 8. Sydney Perkins, Lakeside Swim Team in lane 3. Touch in first. in a time of 34.05. Heat 9. Lee and Fang Yu, lane 3, Northwest Arkansas. Well, we got a tie for first between Yu in lane 3, Fulton lane 5 at a 33.59. Heat 10. Xi in 1, Wasaki in 2, Diner in 3, Naraki in 4, Gogol in 5, Kaler in 6, Jezreeniak in 7, and Aiken in lane 8. Elizabeth Naraki, Academy Bullets, 32.55. That's our fastest with one more heat left to go. Heat 11. Our final preliminary heat underway now in the women's 50 breaststroke. We got Montefusco in 1, Schmidt in 2, Duran in 3, McCann in 4, Christensen in 5, Landreau in 6, Walk in 7, and Moore in lane 8. 32.55, the quickest so far out of the last heat, heat 10. And NCSA long course record of this event, 31.62. Bridget McCann, Academy Bullets, lane 4, 32.47. And that is our quickest time turned in this morning in the women's 50 breaststroke. Ten heats up next for the men's 50 breaststroke, heat 1. Avery in 2, Dolans in 3, Vanderwart in 4, Davini in 5, and Soulaire in lane 6. The NCSA long course record in men's 50 breaststroke, 28.12. Heat 2. St. Louis in 1, Nevercall in 2, Wilkinson in 3, Moss in 4, Flagstead in 5, Welsh in 6, Lewis in 7, and Brenton in lane 8. Antonia Nevercall, lane 2, from St. Croix Swim Club, 30.88. Heat 3. We need to see coaching representatives from Rockville, Montgomery, and Saline swim team regarding a potential swim off for second alternate in the women's 50 breaststroke. Also, we need to see coaches from Northwest Arkansas Aquatic and Tide Riders over at the lower admin table. Preliminary results for the women's 50 breaststroke coming up in just a moment. Heat 3 finished up here. Ian Leonard, lane 7, 30.94. Heat 4. Beckley in 1, Whitaker in 2, Withrow in 3, Connor in 4, Frank in 5, Wayanapa in 6, Jewell in 7, McGregor in 8. Carter Jewell, lane 7, 30.03. Heat 5. Schuster in 1, Garza in 2, Dye in 3, Young in 4, Hale in 5, Elmore in 6, Wong in 7, and Lowe in lane 8. And Lance Young on the wall first from Huntsville Swim Association, 30.65. Heat 6. Hensel in 1, Keene in 2, Barry in 3, Duckworth in 4, Odo in 5, Rattler in 6, Algard in 7, and Reese in lane 8. Seneca Odo, Kentucky Aquatics in lane 5. It's going to touch first in Heat 6 in a time of 29.03. Our quickest posting so far. Again, that's through Heat 6. Heat 7. Kowick in 1, Rowe in 2, Highland Persault in 3, Lee in 4, Pacey in 5, Wolfel in 6, Arnaldo in 7, and Burton in lane 8. Jackson Highland Persault, Chicago Wolfpack, lane 3, 30.48. Heat 8. Tran in 1, Martin in 2, Umhofer in 3, Tannenberger in 4, Lister in 5, Shaper in 6, Delzer in 7, Robertson in lane 8. Tyler Tannenberger, swim streamline. Out in front, lane 4 of heat 8. And Tannenberger's time, 28.67. Our quick posting up to this point. First of our circle seated heats in the preliminaries of the men's 50 breaststroke. Coming up. And here it is, heat 9. Moore in 1, Ridge in 2, Beccaria in 3, Wang in 4, Bowers in 5, Granke in 6, Gee in 7, and Fraser in lane 8. Good race coming in here between Wang and 4, Bowers in lane 5. Jake Wang does hit the wall first, 28.91. Heat 10. Actually, this is our final preliminary heat here in the men's 50 breaststroke. Durham in 1, Mailer in 2, Beyer in 3, Oxenbean in 4, York in 5, Tome in 6, Houston in 7, and Wilbur in lane 8. Again, the meet record, 28.12, 2021. Alex Oxenbean, Kentucky. Touching in a time at 29.53. There'll be 7 preliminary heats up next, then the women's 100 backstroke. Heat 1 of the women's 100 backstroke preliminaries. Lane 3 for Bulldog Aquatic Club, Sadie Hunnefeld. 4 for Academy Bullets, Amelia Murphy. 5 for Badger Aquatics, Jillian Holler. And 6 for Bodemaker Aquatics, Maris Emmert. Results of preliminary swims now in the women's 50 breaststroke. Again, potential swim off here for second alternate between Rockville Montgomery's Emma Lantry and Saline swim teams Harper Brown. Rest of the E final heat is McGraw, Yeager, Mewborn, Stout, Rodriguez, Keene, Witowitz, and Green. And here's heat 2. Continuing on now with preliminary results in the women's 50 breaststroke. D final, Moore, Linson, Jimenez, Reed, Bruns, Diaz, Sense, and Aoud. And the bonus final, G, Wolk, Ford, Aiken, Patterson, Meth, Gogol, and Bremner. The championship final heat of the women's 50 breaststroke, Tegler, Perkins, Smith, Wasaki, Schmidt, Stukas, Fultz, and Yu. And the championship final is Moore, Kaler, Diner, Jazaranak, Christensen, Duran, Naraki, and the top seed from Academy Bullets, Bridget McCann, and a time of 32.47. Time now is 10:25, 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 21. Julia Parker, lane 5, 108.57. Heat 3. Lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Reagan Freed. 2 for Tide Riders, Caitlin Coleman. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Ella Donlan. 4 for North Carolina Aquatic, Mackenzie Collins. 5 for Team Pittsburgh, Delaney O'Toole. 6 for Hershey Aquatic, Natalie Colarossi. 7 for Bowling Green, Allison Barash. And lane 8 for Tide Riders, Kate Penneworth. Adelaide Colarossi, 107.88. And we are now into heat 4. Lane 1 for Machine Aquatics, Colleen Reed. 2 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Sophia Fensdale. 3 for Long Island Aquatic, Amy Quinlan. 4 for Tsunami, Elizabeth Landuit. 6 for Long Island Aquatic, Caitlin Liu. 7 for Machine Aquatics, Caitlin Estes. And 8 for Eagle Swim Team, Taylor Wilson. Sophia Fansteel, Texas Ford Aquatics in lane 2, 106.22. Heat 5. Results of preliminary swims, the men's 50 breaststroke. Second alternate in E, first alternate Beckley in the E final. Woelfel, Gee, Rowe, Durham, Otwell, Houston, Robertson, and Burton. In the D final, Wilkinson, Dye, Leonard, McGregor, Nevercall, Martin, Pacey. Potential swim-off between who'll be in D and who'll be in the bonus final between Zionsville Swim Club's Brady Byer, Nova of Virginia's Spencer Ridge. We need to see coaches from Zionsville Swim Club and Nova of Virginia at the lower admin table. Rest of the bonus final heat, Hale, Mailer, Umhofer, Young, Fraser, Highland Persalt, and Duckworth. I'll be back with the rest of the men's 50 breaststroke preliminary results once we get our next heat in the water. Heat 5 finishing up here, and first to touch in lane 3, Casey Zentz of Eagle Swim Team, 107.84. Heat 6. In the consolation final heat of the men's 50 breaststroke, Hensel, Grenke, Wilbur, Tome, Withrow, Jewell, York, and Rattler. The championship final in the men's 50 breaststroke, Lister, Bercaria, Oxenbean, Delzer, Odo, Bowers, Wang in the top seed. From Swim Streamline, Tyler Tannenberger in a time of 28.67. Time now 10:32, 30-minute scratch roll in effect for event number 22. Need to see coaches from Dad's Club and Affinity Aquatic. Coaches from Dad's Club, Affinity Aquatic, and like I said, Zionsville and Nova of Virginia. We need those coaches at the lower admin table. And that is due to potential swim-offs. Haley Vlasic, Academy Bullets, lane 6, 106.41. Heat 7. Lane 1 for Rockville Montgomery, Elizabeth Link. 2 for Chicago Wolfpack, Maya Arroyo. 3 for Affinity Aquatic, Catherine Purdue. 4 for Badger Aquatics, Isabella Bloom. 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, Lilia Walker. 6 for Core Swimming, Eloise Williamson. 6 for Affinity Aquatic, Laura Robertson. And lane 8 for Tide Riders, Claire Chumley. Our quickest time turned in so far the women's 100 backstroke this morning was out of heat 1. Maris Emmert, a time of 106.14. Again, we are in heat 7 of 17 to be swum here in this event this morning. Eloise Williamson, lane 6, 105.71 for our new quick posting. Heat 8. Heat 8 underway. Lane 1 for Astor Area Aquatics. Rebecca Pickard, 2 for Kentucky Aquatics. Catherine Woodall, 3 for Arlington Aquatic. Gloria Quang, 4 for Tide Riders. Avery Canine, 5 for Hershey Aquatic. Lydia McMullen, 6 for Kentucky Aquatics. Megan Wedeking, 7 for Tide Riders. Lindsay Neighbor in lane 8 for Tide Riders as Madeline Krager. And out of lane 8, Madeline Krager from Tide Riders, 105.64. Heat 9. Lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kinley Jones, 2 for Ole Swimming. Sophie Stefanik, 3 for Long Island Aquatic Club. Callista Chen, 4 for Machine Aquatic. Elizabeth Bryan, 5 for Long Island Aquatic Club. Allison Hayes, 6 for Chicago Wolfpack. Fagan Kaminsky, 7 for Wilmington Aquatic Club. Rachel Buckrath, and in lane 8 for Affinity Aquatic Club, Lauren Patterson. Rachel Buckrath, lane 7, 105.80. Heat 10. Lane 1 for Wilmington Aquatic Club, Caitlin Horning. 2 for Nova of Virginia, Cassandra Bauer. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Lillian Burkowski. 4 for Huntsville Swim Association, Kara Jones, 5 for Dad's Club. Lena Alley, 6 for Dad's Club. Ellie Burke, 7 for Long Island Aquatic. Vivian Zangaro, and lane 8 for Boilermaker Aquatic, Lauren Fetcher. Lauren Fetcher, Boilermaker Aquatic in lane 8, 106.63. Heat 11. Lane 1 for City of Lafayette Aquatics, Joanna Miller. 2 for Blazing Barracudas, Lily Mihawk. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani. 4 for Tide Riders, Allison Maloney. 5 for Waukesha Express, Carly Marusik. 6 for Arlington Aquatic, Nora Sherman. 7 for Texas Ford, Isabel crashed in lane 8 for Nova Virginia, Ava McKinney. Ava Graziani from Lakeside, 104.20. Quick posting so far through Heat 11. Heat 12. Lane 1 for Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. 2 for Chelsea Pierce, Anna Jarvold. 3 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Addison Burrow. 4 for Huntsville Swim Association, Samantha Chan. 5 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Georgia Wimberly. 6 for Nova of Virginia, Elizabeth Goodwin Burney. 7 for Nova of Virginia, Lane Francis. And 8 for Franklin Regional Swim Team, Jovi Maury. And first to touch out of lane 1 from Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak, 105.80. Heat 13. Lane 1 for Hershey Aquatic Club, Callista Overley. 2 for Petty Aquatic, Samantha Valasis. 3 for Arkansas Dolphins, Zoe Smith. 5 for Academy Bullets, Lauren O'Connor. 6 for Academy Bullets, Annabelle Naraki. 7 for Astra Area Aquatics, Lucy Velt. And lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Cartley Tyler. Zoe Smith, 104.69. Heat 14. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Sadie Murphy. 2 for Chicago Wolfpack, Isabel Chow. 3 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Ellison Schrank. 4 for Huntsville Swim Association, Abigail Chan. 5 for TNT Swimming, Megan Kikorin. 6 for Academy Bullets, Claire Conklin. 7 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Alexandra Moore. And lane 8 for St. Andrews Aquatics, Alexandra Erickson. Ellison Schrank out of lane 3, 104.17. Our quickest so far. Now heading into the first of our circle-seated heats in the preliminaries of the women's 100 backstroke, heat 15. Lane 1 for Rockwood Swim Club, Alexis Cook. 2 for Germantown Academy, Carly Bowles. 3 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. 4 for Germantown Academy, Emily Hamill. 5 for Ole Swimming, Josie Conley. 6 for Rockwood Swim Club, Abby Luton. 7 for Texas Fort Aquatics, Ella Glass. And 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Lauren Padalano. Olympic trial cut time in the women's 100 backstroke, and Emily Hamill from Germantown Academy in lane 4, already with her trial cut time. Her seed coming in 101.80. Emily Hamill, Germantown Academy, leading here in heat 15. And it's going to put up a morning swim of a 101.95. Heat 16. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Jillian McNamara. 2 for Chicago Wolfpack, Julietta Tracy. 3 for Stingrays, Finley Jolens. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. Lane 5 for Rockwood Swim Club, Sydney Shope. 6 for Lakeside, Kate Brager. 7 for Germantown Academy, Taylor Grimley. And lane 8 for Atlanta Swimming, Juliana Zielik. Charlotte Crush at the 50, 29:46. Charlotte Crush already with their Olympic trial cut in this event. Her seed time coming in, 1:01.73. And we're going to have a good shot at seeing our NCSA long course record of the women's 50 backstroke broken today, 1:00.45. Charlotte Crush comes in, her time 1:00.44. What did I say? I thought we were going to see that record fall, and there it is. Charlotte Crush from Lakeside. One more heat to go, but Charlotte Crush, 1:00.44. Heat 17. Final preliminary heat now underway in the women's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Blazing Barracudas, Claire Mihawk. 2 for Irish Aquatics, Lily Christensen. 3 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Phoebe Mayo. Lane 4 for TNT Swimming, already with their Olympic trial cut time, Lavinia Sim coming in at a 1:00.45. Lane 5 from Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald. 6 for St. Andrews Aquatics, Aspen Gersper. 7 for Zionsville, Molly Simmons. And 8 for Ole Swimming, Catherine Tang. Lavinia Sim turned first at the 50, 29.91. Meet record just reset out of the last heat, 1:00.44. And Lavinia Sim comes in a time of 1:02.47. It'll be 13 preliminary heats in a men's 200 butterfly next in our program this morning. Heat 1. Lane 1 for the Tide Riders, Joshua Denkoff. 2 for Franklin Regional, Ethan Price. 3 for Avon Community, Mason Gilliam. 4 for Rockwood Swim Club, Samuel Bola. 5 for Long Island Aquatic, James Darcy. 6 for Franklin Regional, James Stewart. 7 for City of Lafayette Aquatics, Liam Ulatag. And 8 for Tide Riders, Benjamin Chumley. James Stewart, Franklin Regional at the 100, 1:03.01, ahead of Samuel Bola. Rockwood Swim Club as he turns in a 1:03.54. James Stewart from Franklin Regional Swim Team, 2:13.83. Heat 2. Lane 1 for core swimming, Andrew Ballard. 2 for Arlington Aquatic, Robert Walters. 3 for Dad's Club, Travis Lai. 4 for Eagle Swim Team, Max Mislow. 5 for Team Greenville, Owen Bird. 6 for Rockwood Swim Club, Alex Chen. 7 for North Carolina Aquatic, Matthew Strata. And lane 8 for Academy Bullocks, Isaac Sherman. Heat 2 coming into the wall, and Isaac Sherman for Academy Bullets in lane 8, 2:12.97. Heat 3. Lane 1 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Timothy King. 2 for Swim Streamline, Jackson Lendl. 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, Jackson Liao. 4 for Dad's Club, Nathan Moss. 5 for Ole Swimming, Kelvin Tang. 6 for Chicago Wolfpack, Aaron Gregovic. 7 for City of Mobile, unattached City of Mobile, Dane Goodman. And in lane 8 for Stingrays, James Widner. Results of preliminary swims in the women's 100 backstroke. Second alternate in E is Fansteel. First alternate, Velty. In the E final, Emert, Chan, Murphy, Bryan, Francis, Dwork, Williamson, and Krager. In the D final, Tyler, Padalino, Moore, Chow, Kokorin, Tang, Naraki, and Luton. In the bonus final, Cook, McNamara, Christensen, Tracy, O'Connor, Smith, and Brager, with a potential swim-off to see who's in the bonus final, who's in the consolation final, between Germantown Academy's Taylor Grimley and Coast Guard Blue Dolphins' Phoebe Mayo. So we need to see coaching representatives from Coast Guard Blue Dolphin and Germantown Academy over at the lower admin table. In the consolation final, Simmons, Graziani, Schrank, Mihawk, Jolens, Bowles, and Shook. In the championship final heat of women's 100 backstroke, Conley, Gersper, Glass, McDonald, Antonuski, Sim, Hamill, and the top seed from Lakeside, Charlotte Crush. Charlotte with her meet record-setting preliminary swim this morning, 1:00.44, outstanding performance, with more to come later today. The time now is 11 o'clock. 30-minute scratch rule is in effect for event number 23. Dane Goodman, lane 7, first to touch on a lane 3, 2:11.42. Heat 4. Lane 1 for Fast Tigers, Grant Rubel. 2 for Tide Riders, Alexander Theodos. 3 for Stingrays, Justin Knopf. 4 for Excel Aquatics, Jonathan Lay. 5 for Huntsville Swim Association, Juan Pace. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Lucas Koroga. 7 for Academy Bullets, Tanner Stumpenhorst. And 8 for Dad's Club, Everett Cox. We will be having a swim-off in the men's 50 breaststroke coming up at the conclusion of the men's 200 butterfly preliminaries. Hundred turn here in Heat 4 with Stumpenhorst out front, lane 7, 1:00.33. Ahead of Alexander Theodos in lane 2, 1:01.28. Tanner Stumpenhorst, Academy Bullets, lane 7. 2:08.17. That's our quick posting through Heat 4. Heat 5. Need a coaching representative from Novi Sturgeons and Waukesha Express at the lower admin table. Need to see a coaching representative from Novi Sturgeons and Waukesha Express over at the lower admin table, please. Heat 5 in the water now. Lane 1 for Tsunami is Derek Long. 2 for Swim Houston, Carson Smith. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Joshua Lopez. 4 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jahun Jung. 5 for Dad's Club, Jack Brown. 6 for Zionsville, Gavin Coggan. 7 for Rockville Montgomery, Mathis Filtrin. And in lane 8 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Owen Tharrington. Coggan leading the way in lane 6, 1:01.28, ahead of Carson Smith in lane 2, who turned in a 1:01.49. And Gavin Coggan leading all the way in Heat 5 as he touches in a time of 2:08.74. Heat 6. Lane 1 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jack Warren. 2 for North Carolina Aquatic, Ian Platts Mills. 3 for Suburban Seahawks, Gavin Shiflett. 4 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Graydon Barker. 5 for Pittsburgh is Luke Hartman. 6 for Nations Capital, Daniel Filipov. 7 for Eagle Swim Team, Kai Leong. And 8 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Meng Yao. Graydon Barker turning at the 159.53 in lane 4. Second, Ian Platts Mills. Lane 2, second position, 1:00.88. In lane 2, Ian Platts Mills from North Carolina Aquatic Club, 2:07.01. Heat 7. Lane 1 for Rockville Montgomery, Jackson Rankin. 3 for Chelsea Piers, Chaz Jones. 4 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Michael Sashow. 5 for Tide Riders, Cohen Osborne. 6 for Tide Riders, Jackson Bradburn. 7 for Rockwood Swim Club, Joshua Schultz. And 8 for Waukesha Express, Mason Brune. Cohen Osborne at the 100, 1:01.63 in lane 5, and second in lane 8, Mason Brune turns in a 1:01.72. Jackson Rankin, Rockville, Montgomery, lane 1, 2:08.91. Heat 8. Lane 1 of Heat 8 from Huntsville Swim Association, Bradford Johnson. 2 for Suburban Seahawks, Zachary Oswald. 3 for Franklin Regional, Isaac Layton. 4 for Long Island Aquatic, Patrick O'Hagan. 5 for Arlington Aquatic Club, Caleb Wolf. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Stephen Bailey. 7 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Gunnar Severson. And in lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. Caleb Wolf, lane 5, 59.39, ahead of Thomas Mercer, lane 8, 1:00.83. Thomas Mercer in lane 8, 2:08.16. Heat 9. Lane 1 of Heat 9. From New Wave, Logan Beebe. 2 for Swim Houston, Gideon Swan. 3 for Team Greenville, Max Tucker. 4 for North Carolina Aquatic, Benjamin Brock. 5 for Academy Bullets, Aiden Puck. 6 for Tsunami Swim Team, Preston Zuber. 7 for Nova of Virginia, Brady Julian. And in lane 8 for Tsunami Swim Team, Ellis Krishy. Hundred turn for Aiden Puck, lane 5, 1:00.00. Ahead of Logan Beebe, lane 1 at a 1:00.53. Logan Beebe, 206.89. Our quickest posting so far through Heat 9. Heat 10. Lane 1 for Bulldog Aquatic, Adam Whittemeyer. 2 for Nova of Virginia, James Shart. 3 for Tide Riders, Joshua Knoll. 4 for Long Island Aquatic, Ethan Silver. 5 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Jack Haley. 6 for Dad's Club, Larkin Hellman. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Boone Wilcox. And lane 8 for Nova of Virginia, George Strudgeon. Adam Wiedemeyer from Bulldog Aquatic turns at the 100, 58.93. Ahead of Joshua Knoll of Tide Riders. Knoll's 100 split, 59.77. Heat 10 coming into the wall. And first to touch out of lane 1, Adam Wiedemeyer, Bulldog Aquatic Club, 205.51. Quickest posting. Now heading into the first of our circle-seated heats in this event. Heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1. For Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luis Sanchez. 2 for Poseidon Swimming, Spencer Campbell. 3 for Ole Swimming, Max Haney. 4 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Jokinan Meza. 5 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Ryan Baldwin. 6 for North Carolina Aquatic, Andrew Cummins. 7 for Chelsea Piers, Peter Modalissi. And in lane 8 for Dad's Club, Max O'Neill. Hundred turn for your leader, Max Haney, lane 3, 59.57 ahead of Jokinan Meza, lane 4 at a 59.74. Meza now to the front at the 150. He turns in a 131.71 ahead of Haney, and third in lane 5, Ryan Baldwin. Baldwin representing Long Island Aquatic Club. But Jochen and Meza, Texas Ford Aquatics in lane 4. Touching in a time, 2:03.78. Quick time so far with 2 more heats left to go in the preliminaries of the men's 200 butterfly. Heat 12. Lane 1 for Machine Aquatics, Ryan Graham. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Aiden Erkin. 4 for Academy Bullets, Sean Wayner. 5 for New Wave, Caden Hedrick. 6 for Huntsville Swim Association, Luke Bedsole. 7 for Novi Sturgeons, Nicholas Serrani. And in lane 8 for Suburban Seahawks, Jacob Johnson. Sean Wayner turns at the 100, 58.02. Ahead of Luke Bedsole, lane 6 to the 59.10. First to touch in heat 12. Out of lane 6, Luke Bedsole from Huntington Swim Association, a 2:05.28. Heat 13. Our final heat to be swum here in the preliminaries of the men's 200 butterfly. Lane 1 for Suburban Seahawks, Brock Whitaker. 2 also for the Seahawks, Ken Yenahay. 3 for Tide Riders, Julio Suarez. 4 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Owen Dankirk. 5 for Germantown Academy, Landon Diaranio. 6 for Dad's Club, Ian O'Neill. 7 for Team Pittsburgh, William Gowan. Lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Alexander Teesing. Olympic trial cut time in this event, 2:00.49. Diariano for Germantown Academy, turn in lane 5. At the 100, 57.89, ahead of Ian O'Neill of Dad's Club. Landon D'Ariano from Germantown Academy, a time of 2:03.33, and that is the quickest time turned in the preliminaries of the men's 200 butterfly this morning. All right, we have a swim-off coming up, so gentlemen, please step out of the pool. Swim-off coming up in the men's 50 breaststroke. This is to determine who's going to be in the C final, who's going to be in the D final. In that event, lane 4 from Zionsville Swim Club, Brady Byer. Lane 5 for Nova of Virginia, Spencer Ridge. They tied this morning in their preliminary swim at a 30.75. And mano to mano, they're going to race it out here. Here we go. Brady Byer, Zionsville Swim Club. Well, I'd say he has the edge, but Spencer Ridge right in there. So let's see who reaches and hits the pad first. And it is Brady Byer, Zionsville Swim Club, in a time of 30.53. He'll be in the C final of the men's 50 breaststroke with Spencer Ridge from Nova of Virginia in the D final. Good job, gentlemen. Okay, a couple more things we're going to do here. This heat of 200 butterfly coming up now. Results of preliminary swims, the men's 200 butterfly, second alternate in E, King, first alternate Haley. In the E final, Goodman, Chrissy, Teesing, Bailey, Lopez, Zhang, Sanchez, and Swan. In the D final, Coggin, Wolf, Silver, Barker, Wilcox, Hellman, Strudgeon, and Stumpenhorse. In the bonus final of the men's 200 fly, Mercer, Julian, Puck, Campbell, Graham, Cummins, Platts Mills, and Serrani. The consolation final heat of men's 200 fly, Beebe, Yinier, Baldwin, Erkin, O'Neill, Hedrick, Johnson, and Knoll. And the championship final heat of men's 200 fly, Wayner, Wedemeyer, Haney, Bedsole, Dankirk, O'Neill, Meza, and the top seed from Germantown Academy, Landon D'Ariano, in a time of 2:03.33. Time now is 11:30. 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 24. All right, one more heat we're got coming up here. This is going to be 50 free. So let's clear out the pool, hop on out, and a heat of 50 free coming up. And we have a cell phone that was found up in the west stands, the upper west stands, which would be to the left of the scoreboard. If somebody's missing a cell phone, I've got one here. And that 50 free quicker than the Olympic trial cut time of a 25:69. That's why some happy people around here. So that now concludes our morning session here on Friday. We'll be back here for warm-up at 4. Finals competition at 5 o'clock. All the events we swam this morning, plus we'll be finishing up the evening with the women's 800 free and the men's 200 free. Enjoy your afternoon. We'll see you back here later on.